Imagine your reaction at a football game. When game is going on, your attention is focusing on the ball carrier and its movements. At the same time, you have been suffered by a number of stimuli. Your feet may be aching, there may be unpleasant sensation in the stomach, etc. While play is going on, you are not aware of any of these that are in the margin of your attention. Only when the play is finished, you perceive the pain and unpleasant sensation in the stomach. Attention. Attention has an essential role in human functioning. For example, without attention, we would not form memories, do well in school, work or finish tasks. According to some psychologists, we have a limited capacity to attend to things. We mean by this that when processing information or addressing various stimuli, there is a set amount of time we can be conscious aware of and attend to it before our mind naturally begin to drift and focus on other topics. When paying attention to one thing, we'll neglect other stimuli instead of focusing on it. Perception and attention in cognitive psychology are of great importance. Let's explore the definition of attention and different types of it. Attention is the cognitive process of selective concentrating on one aspect of the environment while ignoring other things. Example include listening carefully to what someone is saying while ignoring other conversation in the room. In other words, attention is the first step in the observation. It is focusing the consciousness on a stimulus. It is a process of preferentially responding to a stimulus or a range of stimuli. Attention can also be split, as when a person drives a car and talks on a cell phone at the same time. Attention is one of the most intensely studied topics within psychology and cognitive neuroscience. Of the many cognitive processes associated with the human mind, like decision making, memory, emotion, etc., attention is considered the most concentrate because it is tied so closely to perception. As such, it is a gateway to the rest of the cognition. One of the first major psychologists, William James, has defined attention in his book Principle of Psychology. Everyone knows what attention is. Focalization, concentration of consciousness are of its essence. It implies withdrawal from something in order to deal effectively with others and is a condition which has real opposite in the confused, dazed, scattered brain state. Titchener stated, attention is a state of sensory clearness with a margin and a focus. Attention is the aspect of consciousness that relates to the amount of effort exerted in focusing on certain aspect of an experience so that they become relatively vivid. The characteristics of attention can vary depending on the type of attention. A characteristic of sustained attention is intense concentration. On the other hand, selective attention is characterized by the ability of fixate on something while ignoring the background noise. Focused attention. This is the ability to respond discretely to specific visual, auditory, or tactile stimuli. Sustained attention. This refers to the ability to maintain a consistent behavioral response during continuous and repetitive activity. Selective attention. This level of attention refers to the capacity to maintain a behavioral or cognitive set in the face of distracting or competing stimuli. Therefore, it incorporates the notion of freedom from distractibility. Alternating attention. It refers to the capacity for mental flexibility that allows individual to shift their focus of attention and move between tasks having different cognitive requirements. Divided attention. This is the highest level of attention and it refers to the ability to respond simultaneously to multiple tasks or multiple task demands. Attention may be differentiated according to its status as overt versus covert. Overt attention is the act of directing sense organs towards a stimuli source. Covert attention is the act of mentally focusing on particular stimuli. Covert attention is the thought to be neural process that enhances the signal from a particular part of a sensory panorama. Now we'll talk about attention and the processing of information. This can be explained using the concept of filtering. Since we cannot process all the information in our sensory channel, we filter or partly black out some inputs. Imagine you are standing between two groups of people who are carrying on two different conversations. You may be able to pick up some of both conversations at the same time, called as parallel processing. But you will be probably find that one or another conversation is at the focus of your attention at any given moment. It is hard to pay attention to more than one set of input at a time. This is called a serial processing, that is, attending one set of input and then another. Whether you process the conversation serially or listen to only one of them, you are filtering out the unattended conversation. In the filter model of attention, input in the margin shift to the focus. When various attending getting feature of the environment are present in the filter input. Let's point out factors influencing attention. Objective factors like characteristic of stimuli, intensity of stimulus, frequency of repetition, size, moment, change of stimuli, novelty, subjective, habit of familiarity, immediate need, profession, interest or motivation, innate tendencies.